Alright, Vitalina, you're at Phoenix, Arizona. Time to go talk with you. Time to have a chat. I think it's only right. It's been a while. Let's see. Blacker than night.
Buen día. Friend, it is good to see you again. Since I last saw you, I'm still una vieja, wandering all over la tierra to do my work. Come, sit with me, and I will tell you all about it. But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness?
No, I have a story of sad. I have a sad story. No, I have a story of the lost ring in California. Or maybe it is hopeful.
What a good story. Esperanza. It is the most important, I think.
Well, I think honestly, like I was gonna end up progressing to her chapter 2 anyway, so this is fine.
La fortuna de la vida. They come in good and bad. Life is hard. Sí, pero it is good too. When las brujas play with the fate of others, I do what I can to set it right. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all
the good in the world. What are some ones I haven't actually progressed far in? The man who sought to eradicate every trace of his dead enemy, even his horse.
No lo sé. This kind of my choices? Yes. I follow my code. I do what I can with that I'm giving. If my curación is not wanted, I do not force it on people. That only make things worse. Oh, please, tell me a story.
Another Esperanza story. I'll tell you the story of the boy whose shiftless father left him alone in the woods. Because that's been one of my first ever ones.
Okay. La familia is everything. But a family is big. All the children have all the children. The world is big too, and la familia, it spreads out. But now, do you have a story?
Another hope story, eh? Instead, I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the story of the scaled shorthorn in Boise, Idaho, whose milk corrupted flesh.
You cannot scare me with this nonsense. I have fought las brujas. I do not scare so easy. My place, well, as a healer, I must be both like a farmer and a vaquero.
La vaquero.
The plants that make las curaciones are best when wild. So I must be wild and free like a vaquero, but attuned to the land también. Oh, please.
He really likes those hopeful stories. I shall tell you of... I'll tell you the story of... Running out of ones that I haven't told already. I'll tell you the story of... Okay, what is one I haven't actually told them yet? Eagles, saxophone, fur. Oh. I'll give you a hope. I'll give you a story of love. A story of the immortal witch and her zombie husband.
What are you trying to say? Do everything with love, especialmente when it is hard. Also, you must listen to who or what you love, or you will not understand and will cause harm. You're kind to listen to una vieja talk of nada. I have learned mucho en mi vida. Now, I wish to share more than ever. Perhaps you want to hear this old woman talk again? I hope so. The road takes me this way. If your journey takes you there, look for me.
Will do. Off we go. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Fidelina's Tale. Progresses to... By the grace of God. Alright. See. How do you evolve? A story about the scaled shorthorn of Boise, Idaho, whose milk transformed people into lizards. Story of the scaled shorthorn in Boise, Idaho. Milk corrupted flesh. Good. 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 Let's see. Where did... Mortal Witch and her zombie husband for... let's put in... the lighthouse lamp, which could only burn in the presence of love. Oh, how sweet. The lost ring for... The bird, which for good or ill could speak only the truth. Eagles. And who sought to eradicate every trace of his enemy, including his horse. The trickster spirit who survives in the modern world by pretending to be a journalist. That one sounds like it might be fun. Which one? Other ones did I do? Vickless father for... Go the changeling child. Paul Bunyan, the scaled shorthorn. For man who sought to feed the starving through science. Which in the bio I didn't say any of those. Didn't say any of those. I think I'd already do a couple of the other ones, but we'll see. There she is, off in the distance. So, actually, or is that... Oh, that's, I think that's Bertha, so... Oh, I see the other one. Okay, so I know where to go. Oh, near Vegas, baby. Alright, we made it to Vegas, baby. Time to hear some stories. Let's see. Story of the man who hunted his dead enemy, whose soul lived on in a horse. Was it like the story of the man who sought to eradicate every trace of his enemy, even his horse? Very good. Onward we go. Alright, Fidelina, what you got for me next, lady?
Bienvenidos. Come, sit with me. Sit with una vieja curandera. It is safe conmigo. Few brujas would dare attack una curandera.
That's good to know.
There are some of these witches, though they are strong enough to contend with una curandera. Or foolish enough to try.
As there are many things.
I work mainly with las curaciones por la gente, pero I have more than un poquito de práctica. With fending off the curses of las brujas. It is not for una curandera to take una vida. But I am not afraid to hobble las brujas.
Very fair.
But tell me, do you have a sad story? Muy triste? I want to feel that sadness tonight.
I see. Sadness, you say. How about I tell you? I can remember where it is. Somewhere in here. Maybe it's on this side? What was it? Horn? It's somewhere in here. I can't remember where, though. It was a story I wanted to tell. It was the man who sought to feed the starving through science. There we go. We'll use that one.
Does not feel like la verdad to me. Nature? It is the way of nature to have balance. To have good and bad. Las brujas work the evil forces of the world. And I work with the good to keep the balance. Keep the evil from overtaking the world.
There must always be balance.
There are not so many curanderas now. And maybe more brujas than before. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
Story of hope, you say? Instead, I shall give you a story of the growing flock of dead at the hands of fascism.
You cannot scare me with this nonsense. My choice? I did not choose to become a healer. It was revealed I had el talento para la curación. I choose to honor el talento and learn how to be a good healer. Las brujas, they could have done good with el talento. Pero no, they chose to do evil. But now,
Story of happiness and hope. How about a story about the cursed idol guarded by the devil himself?
no lo sé. Trust. Las brujas put their trust in el diablo in exchange for their power. It is unholy, and the only time one must try to change the belief de una persona. Es difícil, very dangerous, pero es por el bien del mundo. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good.
Another story of hope you want. I'll tell you a story of the hoary raven who got wise by eating the eyes of wise men.
In the past, mis niñas, they did not have the gift for las curaciones. But still, I taught them a little so that they could care for their families. My youngest, she was so eager to learn, but las brujas' curse keep her from the simplest remedies. Pobrecita niña. But now,
And now another story of hope. No sad stories this time. Instead, I shall give you a story of the farmer who denied an apple to an angel, so God punished him with rot.
Okay, sadness. I have bitter memories. Long ago, I began teaching la curación to a woman who had promised. But she left for the sea, renounced las curaciones as witchcraft. No soy una bruja, niña estúpida. Morning once again. So I must go. We must cut. I am traveling this way.
Would it be easier for me to go to El Paso and then go from there? Actually, I think it would.
If we meet again, I will be glad to tell you more about las brujas and my work against them.
Sounds good. All right. Story time over here real quick. Talk to you. Let's see. A story about the boy who lives wild in the woods with the bones of his father. And this one, you know, it's a story of the boy whose shiftless father left him alone in the woods, but wilder and stranger. See, I ain't pulling your leg. Say that, sir. I'm not pulling your leg, see? Let's see. Probably easier to... it's about the same because I still gotta do a river crossing and a walk, so... Alright, jump cut. Next time. Back to Phoenix we are. On we go. What story are we gonna hear from here? Crash a car. There we go. So what story got upgraded next? I wonder. Launches into a story about the formula which made a single plant able to feed 100 hungry people. It's the man who sought to feed the starving through science. If I remember correctly, his food tasted terrible, though. Well, Catalina, let's have a chat.
Buen día, friend. Since we last met, I continue to make las curaciones. and to hobo las brujas, so that they cannot do harm.
Wow, I just skipped past that slightly open eyelid to a more open eyelid.
Las brujas work with the will of el diablo. Wherever I journey, I seek them out and stop them. I also search to find an apprenticed curandera of my own. But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness and the goodness in the world?
Happiness, hope, goodness in the world. How about that one I've already said something for. Let's see. How about just hearing the songs of angels and demons channeled through a mad lounge singer? I don't know if that's happiness or hope. It better not be. Oh.
Mi corazón. That was a good story.
Oh, well.
Love. It guided my choice. You see, we never told my daughter about Las Brujas' curse of her talent for la curación. Ay, Dios mío, it was not her fault, and we love her totalmente. It would have been crueler than the curse to tell her. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
A happiness story. How about a story of Floyd the nervous serial killer? Kind of funny, but I want to get that one out of the way.
Death? I do not abide the destrucción de las brujas. It is not natural. Death is part of la vida. But I will fight against those who try to bring it before it is time. Dios, take las brujas. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of las brujas on your travels?
Frightening stories. I'll tell you the story of the farmer lured travelers to their home with lemonade, then fed them to their cannibal son. That's pretty frightening.
Oh, wow. What a story. Mira mis manos. They are shaking. Our wishes come true. Sometimes what we want is not what we need. In my darkest thoughts, what me do. I hope to end la bruja that cursed el talento from my daughter. Because that's not the way una curandera. Instead, I search for someone to pass on the art of la curación. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
Let's see. A story of hope. I will tell you the story of the deer that could not be touched by human hands. Maybe I should have told her the story of the Thunderbird people.
Okay. Freedom. When I heal, I give freedom to others. So my calling to be una curandera, it is all about freedom. There is una distinción muy importante between una bruja y una curandera. Both have the talent. A little different each, but it can be trained towards a way of life. Las brujas choose to hurt, and las curanderas choose to heal. On my travels, without mis hijas y mis nietos, I have no one to tell me jokes. Come on, make me laugh.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. The coyote who would steal your soul as soon as you smile at her. Not a funny story, but I think it's entertaining.
You cannot scare las brujas. They chose to bond with el diablo. It is rare, but they wish to escape la prisión they created.
Makes sense. Like, sometimes you get your wish, and then you're like, oh, fuck, this is a bad deal. Especially when, sign your soul off to the devil.
Even rarer and very dangerous. Una curandera can help una bruja break the bond with el diablo. Ay, estoy cansada. Very tired. Always I am alert for a woman with the talent of la curación. And una bruja intent on destruction. It is a hard life. So much responsibilidad. It wears on an old woman. The journey take me this way next.
Okay.
Where will you go? I hope we will meet again. There is more I would like to tell you about the life of La Curandera.
Sounds good. Story. Catalina's Tale. Next would be Chapter 3. My Love is Stronger. So I want to go north from here. Can I see her? Can I see her? Yes, I think I can. She's that way. So onward we go. See you when we get there. Actually, no. First, there should be another story told here real quick. So we'll grab that real quick. There we go. Grab that. See, rest of the story. The story of the Lost Ring, but heavily embellished. I didn't actually read what it was heavily embellished to. The Lost Ring turned into the ring which grants wishes. Okay, pretty natural progression, I'd say. So cross New Mexico. Let's go. All right, come on. I'm going the right way, right? Yeah. Arizona to New Mexico. Wait. Yeah, I'm still going the right way. Oh yeah, should probably... I'll do that when I get there. Really, it's on the other side of the river. Lame. At least there's a river crossing, I think. Yeah, there is. Good. I would have been a little annoyed if there wasn't a river crossing. That means I'd have to walk all over the place, and a little bit of a time crunch today for this recording. See. Alright. Now, let's go in here and switch out some. Virtuoso's talent came from a deal with the devil. Farmer, lemonade, fed into the cannibal sun. Strange comet. Hearing the songs of angels for con man, his plot, ghost and his lover. New Jericho was already talked about, so let's go. Girl who used the trains to run a statewide crime network. Growing flock of people killed by fascism. Lone shark, maybe. Deer for boy and dog whose souls were bound by fate. Daddy Joe, done. Girl, Paul Bunyan. Woman who could draw, formula. 100 people. Young family saga. Floyd the Nervous Serial Killer for the bear that eats rich people. You straight out for legendary John Henry. These are done. You're done. Cursed violin, sure. You for Staggerly, the murderer from St. Louis who none dared to bring to justice. Sure. All right, let's talk, Fidelina. Is this your final form, or we got one more chapter after this? We shall see. My love is stronger. Final form. Whoa.
Hola, Hola. Welcome. Sit if you like. The road is hard, and it's good to see a familiar face.
I'm not quite... It's obviously Central American and Latin imagery and Mexican imagery. I just am not quite sure what. I'm not well versed in that, unfortunately, but it looks really cool. I like her image. She kind of looks like a goddess. Like her body seems to be made of the cosmos, and she's got like stars coming out from all parts of her. Sun in the background. Her hair is kind of played up behind her like wings, and she has these flowers in front of her, probably from her curandera stuff. It's a really cool design.
I thought to find a niece of mine in the last pueblo I visited, but her husband, he turned me away. He called me bruja, said his daughter will become un doctora and my ways unwelcome. So I leave, and I do not see mi familia.
Aw, the old ways are dying, replaced by the modern ways.
My familia used to be so united, with respect for las curaciones, las curanderas. The times change quickly. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in it.
Sobre Esperanza. Story of the bear that eats the rich. I think that's more of a horror story, but...
To death began me on this journey. After my husband, que Dios lo tenga en la gloria, died, I knew it was time to leave my village. La comunidad, it changed. And very few who stay would have mi curación. It is my purpose, so I take the road to continue my work.
Makes sense.
But tell me, what is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
Frightening. Frightening, you say. The boy and the dog whose souls are bound by fate. Not frightening, but this way I get to upgrade something.
What a miserable story. Tristeza. It needs to have a point.
I mean, fair.
I am an old woman, but not yet dead. I'm still free to walk la tierra, to learn, to teach. It is the best way to achieve freedom in this world. In the next world, well, I will know when it is time. But please, tell me something that will make me laugh.
What'll make you laugh? Not most of the stories I will tell you. Let's see. Love. Trying to find ones that I know. Woman who could draw faster than the eye could see. There we go. That one's one I need to upgrade.
No lo sé. The land. Today, it is left behind. Los doctores of the city, they use only chemicals. Forget that the people come from la tierra. La curación must address all the nature of a sickness, not just the symptoms. They have the intention of una curandera. But their work is like brujas with good intentions. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of las brujas on your travels?
Frightening stories. Plenty, but maybe not yet for this one. The cheating brothers who were run out of town on a splintery rail.
Luck. The community of my village used to say they were lucky to have a curandera. Now, I hope fate bring me to cualquiera that needs healing here on the road. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of las brujas on your travels?
Frightening stories. Sure. The story of legendary... No, John Henry, no. What's one I have that I haven't... fully finished yet. Let's see. I'm gonna tell you the army major whose luck in the Great War came from his family's blessed whiskey.
My autoridad used to be that una curandera would command great respect from people wherever she would go. Even a plain old woman would be provided with a bed, food, respeto. Una curandera gives la curación without expecting payment. But now, I find myself asking, no me gusta. El sol has risen. I am sorry, but I must be on my way. I am sad. We do not talk more. I feel muy solitaria on the road sometimes.
I agree.
Next, I'm traveling to this place.
Good to know.
If you ever go there, look for me. I wish to tell you more about what it's like to be la última curandera de mi familia.
I would love to hear, Fidelina. So she went that way, so a little further down the road. On we go. Oops. Oops. All right, on to Amarillo. Moving further east to the civilized lands, or the Midwest. Can't we really call the Midwest civilized? I joke. Half my family's from Missouri. All right. There we go. Paper. The woman cursed to draw forever at the speed of a runaway train. The story of a woman who could draw faster than the eye could see. There we go. Hey, Fidelina. Let's continue our conversation, shall we?
It is good to see you. My journey is hard and my thoughts are hard. I am glad to see a friend. I often think about mi familia, about how they have changed, about how the world has changed. My niece's husband is not the only one to lose respect for las curanderas. But now,
a story of hope. I'll tell you the story of the virtuoso whose talent came from a deal with the devil.
I trust in my work, but not as many of my people do anymore. They always have been forgotten, left behind for chemicals and shiny things. I worry I will not find someone to teach before I pass.
That is the very same. You gotta. You always have to find that balance between preserving tradition and keeping up with the modern times, keeping up with the changing world. It's a really hard mixture, and sometimes a lot of things fall through the cracks.
Do you have any frightening stories?
Frightening stories, you say? I'm going to tell you instead the story of the pilot whose aeroplane could fly as well as water in the water as in the air. Maybe the cotton picker should have been the one I used.
My wishes. Every time I succeed in una curación, I am thankful. I have helped a lot of people in my life. I hope to help more before I go to Dios. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
Gladly. At a later date. Right now, I want to instead tell you the story of the trickster spirit who survives in the modern world by pretending to be a journalist.
My choice? I choose sometimes not to heal. It is rare that I refuse to give la curación. And always there is a good reason. If a bruja harms herself in her evil arts, I leave it to the hands of Dios. Oh, please, tell me stories.
Another hopeful story you want, eh? I'll tell you about Staggerly, the murderer from St. Louis whom none dared to bring to justice.
Oh, yes. I am sad. Mi vida, it was so full of people, of good work. People, they forget each other and the old ways. And me.
Lost but not forgotten.
All I have left is la curación for those who will take it. But tell me, what is the most frightening thing you...
Frightening things I will not tell you about. Instead, I'll tell you about the lighthouse lamp which only burned in the presence of true love.
And you say that really... And love. People come to me now only because they are afraid of losing those they love. They are afraid of my healing. But I am their last resort. La curación, it is weaker because of their fear. But I give it out of love. I am the last of my brothers and sisters. The oldest of my family. I should be la doña, head of my family, of my village. Una curandera who has trained at least one apprentice into a curandera. Instead, I am a simple and old woman who wanders alone. My ways, the ways of old, they are being left behind like me. Is it the same for you? Are you being left behind by the world?
I don't know. Sometimes feels like it, but the world changes so fast. I think a lot of people are being left behind. So we finished Fedalina's story. I wasn't expecting to finish it so fast, but really sad story. So, yep, Fedalina, curandera. What did she give me? A small metal figure of a horse? No, that's Ray. She would be... A dusty dried sunflower? No. Pocket watch. Which one would she be? Hip rock. Occasion from a bullet. Small figurine. Dried flower. Loaded sky dice. What is she? Pendant of a skull with a distorted forehead. Oh, that's Rose. That's Mason. And that was Little Ben. That's August. Brock. That's Dahaya. That's Rocio. Okay, that's Fedalina, I think. Yeah, because this is Quinn. This is Ray. This is Cassidy. This is Dupree. The last one is Jimmy. Right. All right. Well, let's go do our story. Let's do our end of this part gathering of the stories. Then a little quick episode I've done here. Probably be shorter than a lot of my other ones, but hey, at least we're getting almost done with the game. Story about the Card Shark brothers whose cons and tricks have stripped entire towns of wealth. This one, it's the story of the cheating brothers who were run out of town on a splintery rail. Yep, makes sense. Now keep going this way. Slowly but surely we will awaken all the stories. I don't think we're going to be able to awaken all the stories before I finish the game, but I've awakened hundreds of them at this point, multiple times, so I think we'll be good. Alright, what do you got for me? Recitation of the bear that roams the northwest, seeking out the guilty, interrupting one another in their excitement. The bear that eats the rich turns the bear who eats the guilty. It's about the same. There we go. Now next we go to you. Story about the dog who tracked his boy across America on an incredible journey. It's far from home. The incredible journey. Aw. Oh. Not that many, actually. Oh, I guess we can just use some of this last time to get to the next stop, I guess. Which I... Oh, well, stories first. Circle Cosmic Secrets. So strong. Love for woman so in love she carried that stuff. Okay, need to work on a few of these other ones. Rich kid who hired 100 poor workers to dance a show for him. What? Trickster. I think I got all those. Dog. Or Wood Fairies. Joe. Yang family. Cursed. Or Trickster who lures humans with magic stones. Any other ones for this one? No, there is not. Okay. Not that one. Army Major. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so that's all of them. So let's head Santa Fe. I want to go get Berta next. Cover the East Coast, and then we'll finish off in the South, in the Deep South, with what's her name, Shaw and Althea. Althea or Althea? Althea, the blues guitarist. So we want to go across to Arizona. We'll do that next time then, though.